Hey team, Jesse Reynolds here, and just want to talk to you a little bit about being all in. We have now finished Advo Nation. All 12 of them around the country have happened the past 2 weekends, and oh my goodness, they were incredible. I know for all of you who were there, you know what I'm talking about. Beth and I were at 2 Advo Nations. We went to Atlanta and Orlando, and we are so thankful we decided to invest in ourselves, invest in our better future, go to two different Advo Nations because it was a completely different experience. We thought Atlanta was awesome until we went to Orlando. We saw that was a 100 times better. And anyway, so just want to follow up with a couple thoughts on one on being an all in and what that means, and then two of what do you do now, because we are now out of Advo Nation and we have all of 2015 ahead of us. That we've got a couple days left in this pay period here. But the first question I simply have for you is, are you all in? They talked about that with whatever Advo Nation you went to. That was discussed over and over and over again from all the top leaders, from our company president, CEO, Richard Wright, talked about being all in. And so that's just the thing that I'm thinking about in my mind. Everyone on our team, it's okay if you're not, but just let's be real about that. And just you have to make your decision first. Are you all in? I've got my all-in band on. This is not just something that I put on. You know, this is where it all starts. Ask yourself, are you all in? Are you ready for 2015 to be your best year ever in Advocare? That's where it first starts. And then are you committed to accomplishing that? Are you committed to making this your best year ever? You know, the all-in wristband, it's a great conversation starter, but this is not a piece of jewelry. This is a commitment band. This is something that when it went on my wrist, it went on my wrist with the understanding that it does not come off of my wrist in 2015 because I am all in. So if you just kind of flippantly put it on, that's okay. I want to encourage you to think about that. That's not something you just take on and off, on and off. That's something that goes on and stays on and is a reminder of you being all in, if in fact you are all in. So what does being all in mean? Here's the first thing that comes to mind. You are registered for National Success School. You cannot, I understand some of you may be new and you may not understand this, but I can't accept someone telling me they're all in and that they want a better future with Advocare and not being registered for National Success School. Not only are you registered for National Success School, but because you just saw the amazing vision of what Advocare could be for your future at Advo Nation this past weekend, being all in means that you are talking to everyone on your team and you are helping them get all in, and you are helping them lock in their Success School tickets now while they're still on sale. For the next 2 weeks, they are discounted $20 per person. You want success in Advocare, you will be in the room for Success School, so why not take advantage of the savings? And most importantly, show your team that you are all in by you first leading the way and getting yourself registered for Success School. So that's the first thought that I have there about being all in. You know, the next thing about being all in is just when your team leaders or when corporate leaders come out with something, are you just jumping on board with whatever they say? We saw what happened with the group 24-day challenge, the group all in 24-day challenge nationwide. You know, our team was all in, and that's why we did so well performance-wise with the pre-sales, and so many people broke through the new pins. It's because we were all in. So whatever it is that's going on, if there's an incentive, be all in. If there's a team call, be all in. If there's an invitation call like the Warrior call we have, always hit your $1,000 of PGV and be all in. Always hit your 3,000 PGV and 2 new distributors to earn the Champions Club. Lead from the front for your team. Being all in isn't just saying I'm all in. Being all in is showing it through your actions and putting the points up on the scoreboard. Here's the next thing with being all in. We all got a bigger vision for what Advocare can be for our families. That's what happens at Success School and Advo Nation. So that just happened for all of us. This was my 15th straight. Guess what? Got a bigger vision this time. That's what happens for me every time I go still. So here's the thing about that, though. We got a bigger vision. Now, what are you going to do about it? I guarantee that each of us had people on our hearts and on our minds that we wish they saw what we saw this past weekend. Oh my goodness, especially for me with Andy Andrews in Orlando, just their names racing through my mind. Who are your top 3 people on your list? But being all in means is picking up the phone and calling them today. In the next 24 hours, Pick up the phone and call the top 3 people on your list, your dream team list that you have, and tell them what your vision is. Share with them your vision for what AdvoCare is going to be for your future, and invite them to take a look at this. John, listen, I thought I knew what this AdvoCare thing was. Brother, I just got back from AdvoNation, and now you are not going to believe what I saw. I just got back from AdvoNation, and because of that decision, me and Sally, we are on track to making $5,000 a month by March, and we're going to bring her home and get Tommy out of daycare. See, you got to share your vision. You got to share it with your top 3 people. And you know what, Bobby? I don't know if this is for you or not, but brother, we are so excited about this, and we care about you so much that you have got to take a look at this. Invite your top 3 people. That's what being all in is. If you're not going to share this with your top 3 people that you got strong relationship and influence with, that you love them and you respect them and you want them to be a part of what you're doing, if you're not going to share this with them, then who are you going to share this with? Strangers? This isn't walking around the mall passing out spark flyers. That's not what we do here. This is about having intentional, direct conversations with people in our life whom we love and who we care about. And this is the last thing about being all in. If you are serious about being all in, and if you are ready for breakthrough in your life in every area, especially finances and time, and you have committed for 2015 to be your year, here's what I know. It is going to require you to say no to some things now. I don't know what those things are. My question for you is, what are things in your life that are possibly great things, but they're not the best? What are things in your life that aren't even great things, that maybe you've just always done them? And what are some things in your life that you know are maybe not so great things that you could say no to for a little while, or maybe some things forever, so that you can get your family where you say you want to be in 2015? When Beth and I got started in AdvoCare 7 years ago, we kind of stalled out for a little while, about 10 months in our business. We took a personal inventory, and we came up with a list of some things that we had to say no to. I don't know what that list is for you. I'm just going to share a handful of things for me that I know for my life. This isn't a judgment on anyone else. This is just me and my life. Some things that I said no to that have made all the difference. I said no to alcohol. I said no to overeating and overindulging. I said no to being a glutton. I said no to using foul language. I said no to making jokes that I would always defend as I'm just joking, but were perhaps offensive to others. I said no to certain relationships and friendships with people who didn't have the same vision for their future that my wife and I had for ours. I said no to television. We actually canceled cable. I said no to eating out and spending money on things that weren't getting our family out of debt. I said no to just different trips and different social activities. I said no to going to certain social gatherings. We wouldn't go places even where people were drinking. I'm not judging. I'm not condemning it. I'm just saying, for us and where we wanted to be, we understood that wasn't getting us where we wanted to be. And I said no to more leisure time, and I said yes to more reading. I said yes to more audiobooks. I said no to listening to the rock station. There's nothing wrong with listening to rock music. I like rock music. Stopped listening to it though, because I knew that in the car I could listen to Notes on Success with Charlie Regis. I could listen to Building Your Network Marketing Business by Jim Rohn. I could listen to Andy Andrews podcasts. And so those are things that I said no to. You know what happened? Every single thing that we hoped and dreamed would come to pass in our business has happened. It has been 100% worth it. Here's the thing. Our company CEO, Rich and Sherry Wright, they're all in. Beth and I, along with all the other diamonds in AdvoCare, we are all in. Your top leaders, your national leadership team members, the Emerald leaders on Team Reynolds, Ruby Plus, they're all in. My question for you is this. Are you all in? You guys are champions. Close this pay period strong. Make the decision that your family and your future is worth it. Let's go out there and get to work.